Hello, my name is Shreyanshi and I am a co-founder and the operations director of Bold Safety Society.
Hi, my name's Emily and I am the Safe Hubs manager at Bold Safety Society.
Bold Safety Society is a youth-led tech startup meets nonprofit working to create safer and equitable communities by fighting against sexual assault, domestic abuse, and harassment. Following being federally registered in 2020 in Canada, our team worked to grow our programming locally, and over the past few years, we have been most grateful to have had the opportunity to expand our work on a global scale, with our team going on the ground in Kenya, India, and being represented in New York at the United Nations Commission on the Status of Women. At our core, we are trying to make it as easy as possible for survivors of any type of violence to access the resources that they need and also find the different types of help that are out there and available for them. At the same time, we are equally trying to address one of the root causes of violence, which is a lack of education, information, and awareness. And we do this through a multifaceted approach in our programming. So the other day, we did have a Krispy Kreme fundraiser, but we are also very fortunate to have generous donors and supporters who hire us to give presentations or for Safe Buddies event coverage. And this really helps us to keep doing our work and help build safer communities. We are also most grateful for all of the organizations who have provided us grants to allow us to really expand the scale of our work as well as the communities that we are working with.
So we have been fortunate enough to be provided with Latincouver's Social Impact Grant for Youth, which we've been using to expand our resources database on the Hub, which is the database we have on our digital platform. We've also been using it to expand our Safe Hubs program across Metro Vancouver, Toronto, and Ottawa. And on top of that, we have also been very, very fortunate to be graced with some other grants, which recently have been helping us get to some areas in rural BC. The Canadian Women Foundation reports that sexual violence is the only violent crime that is not declining in Canada. Statistics Canada also reports that 1 in 3 women and 1 in 8 men experience unwanted sexual behavior in their lives. The risk increases with younger age and diversity of sexual orientation, and the vast majority of violent crime incidents do not come to the attention of police.
There's this misperception that Canada is a very safe space and that violence does not occur over here, and unfortunately that is not true. So one of the organizations that we interviewed through this grant project was focusing on helping survivors of human trafficking, and this is actually an issue of a very large scale in Canada. It just happens to be swept under the rug. Many forms of support services already do exist both locally in Canada and globally around the world. The unique thing that Bold Safety is trying to do is we want to centralize all of these services and resources on our platform. So if we think from the perspective of a survivor of violence who has just experienced a very traumatic event, it can be quite overwhelming to have to do research on 10 different websites and see what help is available, how they can reach that place, or even what steps they can take to even report this crime. So we have legal resources, resources from experts in mental health. We also link our programming, such as the Safe Hubs program, onto our platform, all centralized on our free digital platform, which can be accessed through boldsafety.org. And what we want to do is, again, make it as easy as possible for someone to, one, either learn about how to help a survivor of violence, or if you are a survivor of violence yourself, find the resources that you are seeking. At the same time, we equally believe in the power of a community coming together, and that's really where our programming comes in, such as the Safe Hubs program.
Safe Hubs, sources of professional resources and help from local businesses and other organizations within the community. Some parts of this help also come in the form of wellness kits, which provide basic hygiene items for anyone who needs them. This program really is just a manifestation of our community solidarity and the support that arises when we are able to connect with each other. It is honestly just so great that we have been able to connect and partner with so many local businesses and other organizations who are doing this great work in our community and put them all onto our digital platform. And really, Safe Hubs is unique in the way that it connects all of these places and disparate resources together, and may well be one of the first networks of its kind. The program has received a lot of positive feedback from business owners and locations telling us that they have been able to help people and have been given really good information on how to respond to situations of crisis because of the information that we've been able to provide from Bolt Safety Society. Our Safe Hubs network has now expanded to close to 50 locations across 16 communities in Canada, both urban and rural. The Safe Hubs digital map has also been accessed more than 5,000 times, which really goes to show just how much a network like this is needed and how much people are actively seeking these resources. We have also added new resources on the hub for Toronto and Ottawa specifically, and are currently working on expanding our resources for Metro Vancouver as well.
So through this project, we interviewed a range of experts and people, representatives from different services, and this ranged from legal experts to mental health care providers, as well as representatives from transitional homes. So really what we're trying to do is visually map out all of the help that is available in the community. The value and benefit we see in doing this project is that Bolt Safety is able to contribute uniquely by adding these videos onto our platforms, and now survivors of violence can see what it would be like to go into a counseling clinic, for example. And in certain cases, we even have tours of these spaces, so survivors can really see step by step what they would be having to do if they are hoping to seek support. So we go in, we speak with the experts, we speak with counselors, we give a tour of the facility, and we have detailed instructions on how you can get help for yourself or for someone who you care about. So by having these visual references, it really shows this walk around of the spaces you would be going into, as well as is really similar to how before a surgery, a hospital would provide you a video with the instructions, what you would have to do, information about the space. And we really want to do just that same thing to break the barrier and increase the familiarity of all of these different services and spaces. Many of these video interviews will be featured in our ongoing project, which is a global documentary with the following 3 objectives. Firstly, we want to understand what are the current issues regarding violence in different communities around the world. The second thing we want to do is really understand what work is already being done by different NGOs, government entities, and different stakeholders across the world. And the last thing we want to do is see what gaps are there, what solutions need to be found and developed, and how we as a global community can help develop these solutions and create this network of safe and supportive spaces. If you would like to support our work of creating safer and equitable communities, you can donate at boltsafety.org. If you yourself would like to join our team, you can apply on boltsafety.org. We have many positions available, and we always appreciate different inputs and talents. Additionally, if you would like to partner with our organization, you can reach out to us via email or social media platforms.
We believe in the power of community and in everyone's responsibility to create safer spaces around them, and we are providing the tools to make that happen. We also invite you to share our resources to anyone you know who might have experienced sexual violence, and feel free to reach out to our team for partnerships.
Thank you for joining us on this fight against violence. We appreciate you, we see you. And if you are a survivor of violence, we hear you and we are here to support you.